Hello everyone, welcome you all to the microcontroller class. Today we will be having session 1 of unit 2 assembly language programming. And these are the contents of today's session. Here in this session we are going to learn what do you mean by a programming language and what are the advantages and disadvantages of these programming languages. So first of all we shall define what do you mean by a programming language. A programming language is a computer language that is used by the programmers or the developers to communicate with the computer. So in order to communicate with the computer, we require some communication languages, how we are going to communicate with the other people. In the same way, in order to communicate with the hardware or with the computers or with the devices, we require some language, and that is called as a programming language. It is nothing but a computer language. And a programming language is mainly used to develop desktop applications, websites, and mobile applications. To develop the desktop applications, websites, as well as for the mobile applications, we require these programming languages. And coming to the types of the programming languages, there are mainly 3 types of programming languages. One is called as low-level programming language, middle-level programming language, and high-level programming language. So these are the 3 types of programming languages in the computer language. So first of all, we shall take what do you mean by low-level programming languages. So there are 2 types of low-level programming languages. One is called as machine-level language. Another one is called as assembly-level language. So both are the types of low-level languages. So first of all, we shall say what do you mean by a machine-level language. A machine-level language, or it is also called as a low-level language. It is a programming language that can be directly understood by the machine. Machine is nothing but the computer in this case, without any conversion or without any translation. So whatever the code we are going to write in the low level language or in the middle level language, that can be directly understood by the computer or by the machine. It doesn't require any translation. It is a binary language comprised of only 2 characters, 0 and 1. So here in the binary language, it consists of what? It consists of only zeros and ones. Some 0, 1, 1, 0, 1, 1. Let us assume that I am having certain code like this, and this code will going to perform some operation. Similarly, I am having some other operation for 1, 0, for example, 1, 0, 0, 1, 1, 1. This is another code I am having, and this will going to perform some other operation. So like that, we are going to use these binary numbers to perform certain operations, and this can be understood by the computer or the device we call. And the low level language is also called as machine level language, and the program written in low level language is called as a object code. Whatever the program we are going to write by using these binary numbers, that is called as a object code. Coming to the advantage of this machine level language program runs very fast because no translation program is required for the CPU. Since everything is written in terms of binary, means zeros and ones, it doesn't require any translation, because zeros and ones, these are the digital numbers or the binary numbers, and this can be easily understood by the digital devices or any electronic device. The electronic device can understand only the binary language, so zeros and ones. So 0 and 1 line of program baridirodrinda no translation programs are required, and the execution speed is very high. They can execute very quickly. But it is having many disadvantages. What are the disadvantages? It is very difficult to program in machine level language. The programmer has to know the detail of hardware to write the program. Why it is difficult to write the program? Because everything is in terms of zeros and ones. For example, I want to perform the addition operation. Then I should remember what is the code. 0, 1, 1, 0, 1, 1 is the code. I want to do some other operation for moving the data. Then another code will be there. So remembering these codes in binary number is highly difficult, and the programmer must know the internal details of the hardware to write the program correctly. And the second disadvantage is the programmer has to remember lot of codes to write the program, which results in the program errors. So whenever we are going to remember these codes and write the program, there is a possibility of getting more errors. And it is difficult to debug the programming. Debugging means identifying the errors and correcting the program. That is called as debugging. So it is difficult since everything is in terms of, for example, if you consider one page of code, where everything is in terms of zeros and ones, then it is highly difficult to debug where the error has been occurred. When you run the program, it is difficult to identify where actually the error is there. And the second type of low level language is the assembly level language. An assembly language is a low level symbolic programming language for microprocessors and other programmable devices. It is also the example of the low level or the symbolic programming language, especially used for the microprocessors as well as for the other programmable devices. An instruction in the assembly language is represented by character strings called mnemonics. So here in the assembly language, what we will do, we are going to use these types of mnemonics. These are called as mnemonics. So what these mnemonics will do, these mnemonics will going to instruct, will going to tell the processor that what operation we need to perform. For example, if I write add, then it will instruct the processor that we need to perform the addition operation. Similarly, for subtraction operation, we are having SUB, and for the jump operation, we are having JMP. So these are called as mnemonics. So these codes will going to tell the processor or the device CPU which operation we need to perform. And what are the advantages of using this assembly level language? Assembly language is easier to understand and save lot of time and effort of the programmer. So it saves a lot of time. It can be easily understand. Since everything is written in terms of mnemonics, user can easily understand what operations it is performing or what is the code we are going to write, and it saves a lot of time and effort for the programmer. So we can easily write the program. It is easier to correct errors and modify the program instructions. We can easily identify the errors and we can modify the program to execute correctly. And assembly language has the same efficiency of execution as that of the machine level language. Coming to the efficiency, machine level language as well as assembly level language almost has same execution efficiency. Means execution speed is almost same. That is another advantage we are having. Coming to the disadvantage or the disadvantages, assembly language is machine dependent. It means that a program written for one computer might not run in another computer with a different hardware configuration. So this is the main disadvantage of the assembly level programming language. For example, I'm having a computer 1 and I'm going to write some set of code, and the same code is not compatible with the computer 2. I'm having another computer, we call this as computer 2. So this program may not run in the computer 2. This is not possible. This will not going to run in the computer 2. So for the computer 2, again we have to write a separate program. So this is the main disadvantage we are having. And the next type of programming language is high level language. So high level language are English like languages such as Pascal, COBOL, Fortran, BASIC, Python, .NET, web programming. All these are the examples of the high level languages where we are going to use English like sentences, or it is similar to that of English language. And the program written in high level language is called as a source code. So whatever the code we are going to write in the high level language, it is called as a source code. And the programmers commonly use high level language to write programs which are then translated into machine language. What actually we are going to do here? The programmers commonly use high level language to write the programs which are then translated into machine level language. So user can write the program in English like languages and it has to be converted. That is called as high level language. English like sentences is called as high level language that has to be converted into machine language. And to do this conversion, because our device or the computer can only understand the machine level language, it cannot understand the high level language. So this conversion is required. So for that conversion, some another program is required, that is called as a compiler, where compiler is a software or the compiler is a program which will going to perform the conversion of high level language into machine level language. Coming to the advantages, high level language is easy to learn, use and modify because it is similar to the languages used by us in our daily life. Since the program can be easily written with the help of English like sentences, it is easy to learn and it is easy to use as well as to modify the program. And it is machine independent. Machine independent means the code written for the computer 1 is compatible with the program computer 2 also. So the same program we can run in the computer 2. So this is the advantage we are having, that is called as machine independent. And what are the disadvantages? So the language translator is required to translate the program written in high level language into machine level language. So whatever the program we are going to write, that has to be that is in the high level language in English like sentence, but our computer cannot understand this language. It can understand only the machine level language. Therefore, what do? We need to convert high level language into machine level language. Then this machine level language will be given to the CPU or to the processor, which will going to understand. And it does not execute directly on the computer. It does not execute directly on the computer. It requires some intermediate platform. For example, if I want to run some web programming program, for that web programming, some platform is required. I want to write the code using that platform, and that has to be executed on the computer. So this is the disadvantages of, this is the another disadvantage of high level language. And the last type of programming language is the middle level language. So the middle level language is a computer programming language that bridges the gap between machine level language and high level language. So it is the intermediate language where it is in between machine as well as the high level language. So middle level language is also known as intermediate programming language. So this is another name we are having. Middle level language is also called as intermediate programming language. So the examples of middle level languages are Java, C, C++. These are some of the examples of the middle level languages. They can be used to do system programming as well as the application programming. System programming means what? It is operating system, that is called as system programming. We can do operating system with the help of these middle level language codes, as well as we can able to develop the application programs. Application programs means, for example, if you take word processor, Excel sheets, or Paint, or any other applications, and these are the called as application programs. We can write these application as well as the system programs with the help of the middle level languages. Coming to the advantages, they are the building block for many other programming language. For example, if I want to learn high level languages like .NET web programming or some other, then we must know the concept of C, C++ or Java. These basics are required. Therefore, they act as a building blocks for many other programming languages. And portable language as well as the built-in function. It consists of so many inbuilt functions so that the program can be easily written, and as well as it is a portable language. Portable language means what? The program written for the computer 1 can be easily ported to computer 2 also. So that is called as portable we call it. So these are the two main advantages we are having for the middle level languages. Coming to the disadvantage, it does not support the concept of object-oriented programming. It does not support the object-oriented program. Errors or the bugs are not detected after each line of the code. So as soon as you write the program, errors cannot be detected, but errors can be detected only during the compilation time. Instead, the compiler shows all the errors after writing the program and during the compilation. During the compilation or during the execution of the program, the errors will be displayed. Then only we can able to modify the errors and we can correct the program. So these are the disadvantages of using middle level languages. In summary, in this session we have learned the programming languages or different types of programming languages and what are the advantages as well as the disadvantages of different types of programming languages. Thank you.